History of volleyball. Volleyball was invented in 1895 by William G. Morgan, the athletic director of the YMCA in Holyoke, Massachusetts. It was designed an indoor sport for businessmen who found the new game of basketball too vigorous. Morgan called the sport meant to net until a professor from Springfield College in Massachusetts noted the proposed the name of volleyball. The first nationwide tournament in the United States was conducted by the National YMCA Physical Education Committee in New York City in 1922. From 1928, the USA Volleyball has conducted annual national men's and senior men's age 35 and older volleyball championship, except during 1944 and 1945. Its women division was started in 1949 and a senior women's division aged 30 and older was added in 1977. Volleyball was introduced into Europe by American troops during World War I. The national organizations were formed. The Federation Internationale de Volleyball was organized in Paris in 1947 and moved to Lausanne, Switzerland in 1984. The USBVA was one of the 13 charter members of the FIVB, whose membership grew to more than 210 member countries by the late 20th century. Basic volleyball rules. A team consists of 6 players. You must play with at least 5 players, 2 of which must be women. Never more than 3 men of the court at the time. This must be called before the game. You are welcome to play exhibition game, but it will count as a loss in the game standing. Each member of the team shall serve in turn, rotating clockwise. Teams will volley for the first serve. The team winning the volley will serve the following game. The server shall stand with both feet behind the rear boundary line and may not step on or over the boundary line until after the serve has been hit. If the player touches the ball or the ball touches the player, he or she considered as a having played the ball. Exception: a block is not considered a hit. Each team may hit the ball 3 times before the ball is hit the opposing team. Players are not permitted to scoop, hold or lift the ball. Players may not touch the net. Players are not permitted to spike the ball on the serve. Players aren't allowed to come from the back to front to spike. It's legal to contact the ball with any part of body above the knee as long as the ball rebounds immediately and does not lie. Against the body, kicking is not permitted. It is permissible to run out of bounds and play a ball before it contacts an object out of bounds. When it hits an object out of bounds, it is a dead ball. When the ball touches a boundary line, it is considered good. Ball touching the body more than once in succession is considered a double hit and is illegal except when blocking or on a hard-driven spike. A ball hit into the net by a team may still be kept in a play provided the net isn't touched by the players or it is not the third hit. A ball is still in play, it hits the net and goes over into the opponent's court during the volley and the serve. If 2 players contact the ball simultaneously, it's counted as one hit and either player may play the next hit. A spiker must contact the ball on his or her side but may in the course of the follow through a crossover but not touch the net. Player may never cross the plane of the net while blocking. 21 points win the match. Team must win 12 points with a 1-point cap game. Will be best of 3 or 1 hour maximum matches. Substitution may be made during the game into the server position only. Males must sub for males, and the same for women. All teams' names should be fun and good sport. Flanagan has the right to ask any team to change name should he feel it is inappropriate. Flanagan's volleyball coordinator have the authority to make any or final decision regarding anything questionable and or not covered here. The court structure. Boundary lines, the attack lines, the service area. Boundary lines. The boundary lines mark the perimeter of the court. The end lines mark the length or the court. And the sidelines to mark the width of the court. The attack line. The attack line is the line that separates the court, that separates the front court, the area near the net, and the back court, the area between the attack line and end line. Officiating. Officiating have first referee. First referee is in charge from the beginning of the match until the end. The first referee has authority over all other members of the officiating crew. The first referee should talk to all the officiating crew members before the match starts, going over any question official might have about their responsibilities. And second referee. The second referee should establish a report with the scorekeeper and libero tracker. If the scorer and libero tracker have a problem or don't understand something, they should be comfortable enough to ask the second referee for help. And the third, scorekeeper. Scorekeepers. The scorekeeper's main job is to make sure the score is correct at all times. The scorekeeper uses a score sheet to keep track of the game. Assistant scorer. The assistant scorer or libero tracker sit at the scorer table next to the scorekeeper. The assistant scorer main function is to record libero replacement onto a libero tracking sheet. The game. Jump serve. The server stand at the back of the serving area. As the server moves toward the service line, the ball is tossed in front of and above the server. As the server lifts, the forearms rises to shoulder height and the striking hand is thrown back. At the peak of the jump, the striking arms swing quickly forward with the open hand making contact with the ball out in front of the body. Forearm pass from the basic defensive position. Knees bent, feet spread, one foot slightly in the front of the other. The outstretched arms are brought together with thumbs together and rotated downward. The ball is met by the forearms with a shuffling motion of the arms. The pass should be made with the flowing coordinated motion of the legs, body, and arms. Lock position about an arm's length from the net and ready to jump, the defender follows the flight of the ball with hand raised. The defender moves toward the net and into the blocking position in front of the presumed attacker. The defender then jumps with both hands breaking the plane above the net. Dig from the basic defensive position, knees bent, feet spread, one foot slightly in front of the other. The outstretched arms are brought together where the athlete lunges toward and under the ball in order to pop it back into the air with the hands or arms. If sprawling is necessary, the athlete follows through with a drive or a roll and quickly regains a standing position.